So the most important thing is you position the person to where you want to be. All right. If you got a bed, that's great. Bring it, because there's nothing worse than bending down here and doing strapping. You just get a sore back. Yep. Second thing is just understanding what you're trying to stabilize. So everyone, like when you know your anatomy, you've got obviously 3 important ligaments here, and you've got a big one around there. So you ask the person, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to stop that movement?
Yep.
Or do you want me to stop that movement? So it changes things, okay? But more often than not, it's you want to stop that movement. And then you ask them, how heavy do you want it? And they might say, I want it real heavy. Or they might say, this is the kicking foot. They might say, I want to stop that, but I want to keep that. Because to kick, you've got to make sure you have that. But that'll be the questions you ask. So I'll just do my normal one. So I always make sure that the person's in neutral. And then often you're going to have to recorrect that because they can't keep that the whole time. But first things first, make sure you have enough space. Make sure you've got, obviously, this bit here's clear. And we're going to stabilize these 3 ligaments here. So it's going to be coming from the medial to the lateral side. Always like that, okay? So I put an anchor in. And you don't have to take the anchor all the way around. That's going to finish there. And it's not tight, because they're going to pump this when they run, so you don't want it to be tight at all. So I always start with one in the middle. So it goes over the medial malleolus in the middle, and it should run down the middle of the lateral malleolus, like that. The second one, I dissect half the tape. I go in the front of the first tape, and it should bring me to the back of the lateral malleolus on this side. So there. And then I start on the behind the lateral malleolus, and because the angle, it should finish in front, which it does. So have a look at that so far. So come over here and have a look at that. So it's gone bang, 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 which in turn means that I've nearly covered all the 3 important ligaments on that side. And then I do figure 8 nearly. So I start in front, I bring it around, and I let the tape has to tell me where it wants to go. So I wanted the tape to finish here, but everyone's ankles are different. So this tape tells me I'm going to go here. Because last thing you want to do is you want to pull the tape around to where you want it to finish. It's all wrinkly. All right. So how does that feel? Okay. So that's not finished. That's obviously you want to say my first job is to make sure I protect the lateral ligaments. Then I do an ankle lock. So the heel lock I do is I come and I try and find the calcaneus right there. You don't want to you don't want to have the heel lock rip the Achilles. You want it just right. And that's going to be a little bit too much of a heel. I finish here. People can bring it all the way across, but I like to finish just a little bit because the tension of the tape is going to pull too much, so I finish here. So if you have a look on this side, if you come over here, I'm bringing the tape right, intersecting the tip of the calcaneus right there. Cool. Then this should finish. Go like that. And then I finish it off like this. So never leave it free at the top. You gotta lock it off. So the way I lock, and it all depends how much tape you have, okay? So the way I lock is I actually just tighten things up a little bit. I leave a little bit of gap. Then this one here, I do it really light. And it makes it look pretty. But it stabilizes everything because, you know, you've got all these different tapes, right? And they're all producing different tensions, just like a wire. And so You really just want to lock everything up. How's that feel?
Good.
Yeah. And it can be tighter, it can be looser, but are we happy with that?